Hey y'all, it's Emily with Wonder and Wideners, and I'm here today to talk to you about all things Epcot. So when you clicked on this video, it says Idiot's Guide to Epcot, and I know that kind of might seem a little in your face, but we want to make sure you are prepared when you're heading into the parks. Disney World is a whole different ball game than going to Six Flags or other theme parks. It's a whole new world, if you will. So you need to be prepared when you're heading into the parks. So if you are headed to Epcot, I will say that it seems to be one that is not always a high priority for the kids. Maybe because it's not as ride heavy as other ones, but we love it. And it's always a must do for our family. And so the first thing that I want to talk to you about today is the rides at Epcot, because that is a big draw for people to be able to go and ride rides. We all want to ride rides at a theme park, right? So let's talk about the rides. You have Mission Space, you have Test Track, you have Journey into Imagination with Figment. Now that is an old ride that has been revamped. We didn't start going to Disney World until after that revamp, and so people either love or hate that ride. I feel like it's one you could take or leave. Soarin', Grand Fiesta Tour, and that's in the Mexico Pavilion. You have Living with the Land. It kind of takes you through Epcot's greenhouse and the things that they grow, and they actually use the food that they grow that they show you in their restaurants there at the theme park. So that's pretty cool. We like it. Kind of keeps you cooled off on a hot day. It's a nice, relaxing ride. You have Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and that is in the France Pavilion, and that's a new one, and that is a must-do, absolutely. You have The Seas with Nemo and Friends, and that is just a fun little ride. You have Frozen Ever After, which is in the Norway Pavilion. And that is one that Thomas always thinks that we should do. It's probably his favorite at Epcot. So we always make sure that we are able to ride that one. You have Spaceship Earth. Now, this is in that big ball. We do not like it, which I'll probably get a lot of backlash from that one. But it was kind of a one and done for us, but people love this ride. There will always be a long line for it, but it is just not one that we find to be a priority for us. And then the newest ride at Epcot is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and we are very excited to try that out when we head back to Disney World in March. So those are your rides. There are lots of fun ones, but this is a very doable park. If you don't want to spend all of your day there, if you decide you want to park hop, this is very doable for your family to do. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the restaurants at Epcot. Now I'm going to start by showing you the My Disney Experience app, and that's where we're going to start. From the My Disney Experience app, from this home page, you can then click on the location services at the bottom, and it's going to take you to that map, and that is going to help you to be able to figure out where the restaurants are at Epcot. So when you're here, you already have it ready to go for Epcot. I have it filtered there. And you can begin to zoom in on these different areas, and you can see the restaurants that are available at Epcot. The one thing that is so great about this app is that you can see where these restaurants are actually located. So now, as you see, there's a Joffrey's right outside the entrance of Epcot. So you can even grab your coffee before you head into the parks, and you don't have to waste valuable park time trying to get your coffee. So that's a nice little perk for Epcot. Now, you can see as you come around Future World, there are all these different restaurants, and you can click on um, these different restaurants and figure out which ones are available and where they are located. And you can come around and you can see all that they have to offer. And all these little marketplace places that you are seeing, those are part of the Food and Wine Festival here that's going on right now. So obviously those won't be here all the time, but you have those right now to check out if you're headed there at this time of year. So this shows you all this. Now, the Garden Grill, if you've never eaten at the Garden Grill, that's a pretty cool restaurant. It spins around. It's character dining. It's above Living with the Lambs. So that's pretty cool. Coral Reef is over there by the Seas with Nemo and Friends. As we come back around, there's some more Food and Wine Festival carts. And there are several of those, especially around your World Showcase. You're going to see quite a bit of those. There are several Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company places, so you can check those out. These are all the restaurants that are in Mexico that you can check out. As you come around here, you will then see your restaurants in Norway. There's not a full-service restaurant there in Norway right now because Akershus is closed. These are your restaurants in China. And there's a quick service and a sit-down restaurant here in China. There's some more Food and Wine Festival places that you can see. There again, more Food and Wine Festival places that you can check out if you are there. Also, if you see here, there, if you see the little symbol that looks kind of like a phone and it has the fork and the knife there, that is mobile ordering. So there are a couple places in Germany where you can mobile order, and that makes life much easier when you're able to do that. More Food and Wine Festival places before you come into Italy, and there are a couple of sit-down restaurants there in Italy. Via Napoli is a great restaurant to eat at. You have some gelato there, another Joffrey's, the American Adventure. The Regal Eagle has mobile order, which will make your life much easier. And there are a couple of other places there in the American Adventure, along with some more Food and Wine Festival places. Then you will come into Japan for some places to eat. Now, Epcot is one of the places where you have lots and lots of places to eat. You are not going to run into not being able to find a place to eat. That's not going to be a problem that you are going to have. Trying to narrow down to where you want to eat might be a problem, but you are not going to run into the problem of there not being enough restaurants or there not being good restaurants, because Epcot has lots of great restaurants, lots of different food from different places around the world that you can try that maybe you wouldn't normally. So you can kind of see where these are. If you aren't sure where these restaurants are, sometimes that can be a little bit harder coming into the parks. And if you have a reservation, trying to get to your reservation. I can remember the first time that we came to Epcot, we had a reservation for Akershus, and we did not time ourselves right. And I was running across the park as fast as I could with a double stroller. And I do not suggest anyone do that. So you definitely want to be able to use this map and figure out where these different restaurants are.
especially if you've made a dining reservation, so you know where you are going and where it is in relation to where you are. If you're riding a ride, you want to know that either you've got to go across the park, or maybe that's not the ride you need to be riding right before you have a dining reservation across the park. So you want to make sure that you are looking at that. So this map is great. Definitely utilize it. You can also click on show list, and it's going to list all of your restaurants there. This is filtered right now to Epcot, so it's only going to list those. So these are all of your restaurants here in Epcot.
Okay, guys. So there's our idiot's guide to Epcot. Now we want you to drop your comments down below of what are some of your favorite tips when you head to Epcot. Be sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you get all those notifications for all of our upcoming videos. And while you're at it, check out our complete guide to the My Disney Experience app. We'll see you later, guys.